people have this kind of mindset. They lose their health to earn the money and then spend the money to gain the health. So that's how, life keep going on with them.
Of course, of course. You are saying right.
So the balance is not there. So when I said that, okay, I'm not here, like when, my life is totally different from the people around. Like I have inspiration from Swami Vivekanand. I have inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi. I have inspiration from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And they, told me like, think of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, where he started the journey and where he reached. I want you please introduce yourself.
Of course. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Anjana and I'm speaking to you from UP, Uttar Pradesh, district Farrukhabad. And if I talk about my qualification, so I have done post graduation in English literature from Kanpur University. If I talk about my hobbies, so I love teaching, listening music, reading books. Apart from that, I run a YouTube channel. Its name is Anjana Educational Videos. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. So basically, you have provided me a kind of order to have the discussion over. So yeah, if you want to know about myself, my name is Jashpal Singh and I am from Jammu and Kashmir. Basically, I live in Jammu region. So if I ever talk about my qualification, I have done masters in political science and my hobbies are reading books. And right now you can say that I'm a YouTuber, motivational speaker, and an educator as well. So whatever theme you are interested into, you just can pick up that. So yeah, that's all about me.
Okay. Wow, that's great, amazing introduction. And I'm very glad that you are motivational. So, really, I will take motivation from you today. That's very good. I'm
Oh,
glad to hear about you.
okay, for sure. So you said like you did, I think, PG in English literature, right?
Yes, yes.
And you are also a housewife, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm a homemaker.
Okay. So, but there is little bit increpancy, like the hobbies you said you like listening to music, reading books, and of course, you are running this one. So, what is, I think, the correlation between reading books and listening music? Like what you find the most interesting things in between the two, like.
Okay. So, if I talk about my reading, so reading habit, like nowadays, I remain very busy. Like I'm a homemaker and I take tuition too. So, yes, I love to read spiritual books. So, whenever I have time, so just I read some spiritual books and yes, I take tuition. So, short stories I love very much, like moral stories where we can get moral. This type of story I like. So, whenever I get free time, even I would like to tell you one thing that when I completed my 12th, that time there was book prose. Nowadays, I think syllabus has changed. But that time when I did 12th, that time's book poetry I love very much. So if I have time, so I love to read that book again and again. There are so many poems like Shakespeare and John Milton poems. So and there is so much knowledge in that poem. So I always love to read them. And if I talk about my music, so I love 90s music, evergreen music. I don't like new music. Sometimes we feel low. That time I love to listen that type of music. And yeah, mostly I love to listen devotional song. So
Okay.
I love, like every morning I listen devotional song. Yeah.
Okay. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead. Like I am having many questions, but I think it would be a kind of injustice to you. So I don't want to do that. So just go ahead with the questions that you have.
Okay, sir. First of all, I would like to ask a question that I am from UP and you are from Jammu, and I can understand that it's too much far from here. So, how is weather there
Uh,
nowadays?
yeah, nowadays weather is fine. A few days back, like 3 or 4 days, it was raining, and it was huge.
Okay.
So, but now, right now things are very fine. But it is, I think, bit different from Uttar Pradesh because the temperature that you are having,
Yeah.
the temperature in winter that you are having, and the temperature in summer that we are having is, I think, equal to each other. Yeah, it's
Okay. Okay. Like in here, UP, summer has started. At night we have to run fan.
Yeah.
So in Jammu, you are using fan or not?
No, I think still I'm, sleeping with five blankets every night.
Okay, that's why I'm saying that here summer has started.
Uh, but the interesting thing, like, of course, if you go to the city part, then you will witness many things like pollution. The temperature, of course, will be higher. But as compared to city, I live in village because I prefer this village life because when I was doing my studies, like graduation, masters, so I face many issues like the temperature and other
Yeah.
the foods that we used to consume in city. Of course, I think mostly adulterated. So the purity was not there, the peacefulness was not there. But after completion of my studies, I came back to home. Right now, I'm studying, for higher studies. And of course, sometime whenever I get a time, I have this kind of talks with the people. And I'm also running a YouTube channel there. I used to provide some basic content related to English. It's a kind of help to the people who just want to learn without paying the money. So
Okay. What's the
yeah,
name of your YouTube channel?
my channel's name is English with Yashpal.
Okay, that's good. Nice name.
So yeah, these are the things like, but these the the peacefulness, the purity that we are having in the village, it is not there in the city. So I used to fall ill because of the the pollution, the noise, and whenever I will live in, I think in a city, or whenever I face some kind of noise, there are issues like mental issues, like mental anxiety. It happens for me. So I used to avoid that kind of environment and staying right now in the village. So I think, yeah, these are the things like that I found in comparison to
I
things.
also like peaceful environment. I even when I was unmarried, so that time I used to live in my parents' house. So there, it was very a big house. So always I used to live in my separate room, and I used to study in my on the roof, or sometime in garden. There was a garden, so I used to like sit there. So, and but now I got married in city. Here, it's very difficult to find this type of place, because I live in a joint family, so all time children are around me. So sometimes I want to go in on the roof, but here in my city, I can't live alone on the roof also, because there are so many monkeys in my city. So I have so much fear to monkey. Sometimes we feel to live alone. I feel many times that I should stay alone, and I should think. So I don't know where to go, because at home, inside there are so many candidates, and on the roof there are so many monkeys. So I don't have loneliness. But yeah.
Because and I think the result of being alone is that you better understand yourself because
Of course.
yeah,
Whenever I try to write something, and I try to think something, so I don't want to, all person around me. I always think that we should be sit alone. That's why, because I used to write when I was unmarried. So I used to write many diaries. I was very fond of writing diaries. Yeah.
yeah. So
But
I think journaling was your habit, right?
yes, yes. Like sometimes, got many good points. Like I used to study, so their a teacher told me something special, or I got in something important in books. So I used to note down in my diary, and even sometimes I create my thoughts, like my opinion, and what do I want to do, and how I think about this thing. So that type of thoughts I used to write. And when my diary, I see my diary, so I feel very relaxed, and I think, oh wow, like I used to write so good. My thoughts are so good. So
Yeah.
I praise myself. I feel proud in myself. Yeah.
It's for sure. Like according to scientists, every day one person used to have around 60,000 thoughts in their mind, and out of
Yes,
60,
yes.
most of the thoughts are positive. Most of the thoughts are, more, I think, motivational, some
Yes.
inspirational, better ideas
Yes.
about. And if you start, tapping their thoughts, like whatever comes to your mind, a good one, if you start writing down on the diaries, believe me, if you read that diary after 1 year or 2 year, you will find wonderful things in that diary, isn't it?
Yes. 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 Yes.
And it is well said, like this brain is the biggest library of the universe, because no matter how many books you would read or you will read in your life, but believe me, most of the thoughts in your mind will come naturally. Because if you start giving time to yourself, if you start enjoying aloneness, aloofness, because that's how you can explore yourself to be a better
Of
human being,
course.
be a better person. Yeah.
Of course. So, sir, according to you, tell me one thing. You are saying that you are motivational speaker, and yes, I'm able to see you that you are speaking very well, and I love your way of speaking. So, what was your dream like when you were in college time? So, what was your dream? What did you want to be?
Yeah. There are many answers to this one, and I would explain that. I was when I was in college. So basically, I born and brought up in the village. My father is a laborer. My mother is a homemaker, and we are big family, like 7 brothers and 1 sister. So out of whole family, I am the first person. From my whole village, first graduate from my whole family. I'm the first person who just completed 12th class. So think I leave that the graduation part, the master's part. So when I was having the studies, so there was kind of idea in my mind, like I used to read newspaper sometimes, and I used to face a lot of issues, like water issue, education issue, health issue, and other basic needs. So one day I went to my class teacher and I asked that, sir, who is the person, like who can manage all these things, like education, electricity department, water department, health, ration, and each and everything, like who can manage, who has the responsibility? And then he answered that, DM, that is the district, can handle all these kind of things. So at that day, I made up my plan. Okay, one day I would become a DC, but I was not basically aware of what is DC, something like that. And once, but I got some idea, some information from the people around. Like if you want to become an IS officer, you DM,
Hmm.
you have to have different kind of subjects in the school. So for that purpose, I studied in Hindi medium till 10th. So basically, our language is Dogri, that we speak in our native area. So
Of
people
course.
here don't speak even Hindi. So the native language is Dogri. What for me, I wanted to, I think, go for higher study, like you wanted to become UPSC, correct that exam. And for that, I changed my medium to study the sciences, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So in 11th, 12th, I studied physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Then after completion of my 12th class, when I went to the college, I opted for history, geography, political science, and environmental science, because these were the
Yeah.
subjects, main subjects in UPSC if you want to crack the
Yeah.
UPSC.
Yeah.
So I opted for these subjects, but even failed because of I studied from village Hindi medium, then suddenly got into the college. So
Yeah.
this was
Yeah.
not that. So I failed, because in second year, because the cramming power was not that, I think, sufficient
Yes.
for
Yes.
pass out the
Yes.
exam.
Yes.
So that's where I started, and after completion of graduation, even I given first one attempt for the UPSC in 2020, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just the preparation of 2 months only. But then after I given, I think, 2+ years in the study and prepared fully. But while preparation, I came to know many things, like the realization of my life, like all the things, like no matter what is. But basically, before starting the preparation, I was having many ideas, like in my mind. Okay, if I crack this exam, I will get some money, I will get some
Yeah.
recognition, a status in
Yeah.
the, I will get some executive power and something like that. But what happens once I completed my studies, once I got a little bit knowledge while preparation, all these myths basically busted out. Like I got, I think confronted the reality, like all these things, whether it is the money, whether it is the power, and whether it is other things, materialistic. These are the things not going to be permanent with me. So if these things are not going to be permanent with me, why I'm running after these kind of things? Because these are not the things that will provide me the peace of mind. And to realize
Yeah.
that peace of mind, I quit that idea. And now I think that to answer the final end of my question, like your question, I wanted to become a writer and a philosopher. And at the moment, I took up this responsibility that whatever I have learned, I will share with the people. Like, this starting as I think startup of English with Yashpal is only for the helping purpose, because when I somehow manage this English language by staying in the village without any teacher, without I never joined any an institution for learning English. I never bought any book, something like that. Okay, to learn English, I just kept working hard, and
Yeah.
that's managed me to I think learn this language. And once I did, because I have little bit knowledge, not much but little bit understanding, little
Yes.
bit aware
Yes.
of,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and little bit things other as well. So once I done with all these kind of things, still I'm growing as a learner, as an educator, because every day I'm learning new things. So but it is my responsibility. If I have learned something, I should give back to the society. And I think this is a great platform like YouTube, because out there many people who are running their institutes and they want to earn huge amount of money, something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, they are earning, is their life, is their job. I am not, I think, worry about them. But my job is that I don't want to earn huge amount of money. I don't want to construct, I think, 4 or 5 bungalows. I don't want Mercedes, a Ferrari, something like that. I just want to live a simple life, a life with minimalism. And what I
Yeah.
consider is like, for that, what I have learned, I'm just sharing with the people around. So like I'm having the discussions with the people. I'm sharing. So I started this purpose. Basically, I started my channel English with Yashpal on the request of my classmates. They suggested that they
Yeah.
wanted to learn. So I should help them out. So I think it's just for the service of the society as well as growing at personal level.
That's good. Commendable job you are doing, and really your thoughts are very. Your thoughts are really very commendable. I love this type of thoughts. Actually, I have this type of thinking always.
Yeah,
I never want to go after money. That I want a lot of money. I always have that peace of mind is really very very important, because people always think that if you have money, so you have everything. No. Money is, money is important for for surviving a good life, but money is not everything. After getting a lot of money, people always worried that where is peaceful, where
yeah,
is like calm. So they always want, everyone wants calm and peace. That's why they are running after money.
yeah. I said like, let me answer this question. May audience take it, I think, unmistakingly. Like, they mistake with the idea that I just explained. Like money, many people are running after money blindly. I do believe that money is necessary, because with the help of money, you can afford your basic needs like good, I think, food, good shelter, the health related activities that I think you can well better can take care of you if you have money. But it is just a part of life, not whole life. So I think, of course, if you have that amount of value, that kind of value towards money, of course you can. But if you totally, I think, assign whole value to the money and start ignoring other aspects of life, then believe me, you are going to hurt yourself. Like people have this kind of mindset, they lose their health to earn the money and then spend the money to gain the health. So that's how life keep going on with them.
Of course, of course. You are saying right.
So the balance is not there. So when I said that, okay, I'm not here, like when my life is totally different from the people around. Like I have inspiration from Swami Vivekanand, I have inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi, I have inspiration from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And they told me like, think of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, where he started the journey and where he reached. And at the end of being the president of India, at the end of his retirement, what he was having something 20 was PhD degrees and 3 trousers, one I think pair of slippers and few books and one room. That's it. That was the property of the president of a nation. That is the most populated country on this earth, like 140 crore plus peoples. We are Indian, and he was the president of that country, and he was having that kind of wealth. Think of Mahatma Gandhi, like he never held any office. Still, we remember him. He's just fresh in our mindset. Think of Swami Vivekanand. If they would have that kind of mindset, they would have earned crores of money. But do you believe that we would be remembering them today if they would have earned only the crores of money? No, definitely not. But
Yes.
and in spite of doing all that things, they still live their life, isn't it?
Yes, 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 yes. Because they had power to change the uh, future, and they had power to give right path to all a person.
Yeah.
So that's how they are always remembered by us. You know.
you know I just want to add up, like people have this kind of problems with their mindset, like they believe that only few people can be Vivekanand, only few people can become Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, only few people can become Mahatma Gandhi. No, it's not like that. Because the flesh and bones that they were having, the spirit, the conscience, the soul that they were having, same is with us. The only thing, the I think method you need to, I think, explore in your life, focus on yourself, focus on your strengths, and be the
Yes,
strong version of yourself, like be so good that nobody can deny you. Be so good. But it's not like,
yes,
okay, start showing people your goodness. Be the change if you want to see the change. And believe me, if you start implementing, if you start creating change in yourself, believe me, thousands of people are going to copy you one day. It will take time, to, I think, grow a tree. But of course, one
yes,
that
yes.
once a tree is grown up, many people will sit under it because of its shade, because of its air.
Yes.
Definitely, they will.
Definitely, you are right. Your all words are 100% true. And yes, we don't want to come out from our comfort zone, and we
Yeah,
don't want to implement that all things in ourselves. That's why we are always behind of all these kinds things. So thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for sharing your incredible words. So I'm very happy to meet you. Have a nice day.
okay. Thank you so much,